So I want to give it another minute for people to hop on. And while I do that, let's log into Command because that is where we will get into Canva the easiest. Prior to a few months ago, we had a link which was specific to our KW Enterprise account, and that is canva.kw.com. So you can also explore it that way, but they made it so much easier. There's an extension in our marketing tab. So in Command, log in. If you there will see a bunch of different tasks, notifications. Go ahead and exit out of that. Maybe you can explore Canva or your Command dashboard later. But for today, we are going to be living specifically in the marketing tab. Marketing will be well, wait for this to load so I can get back into focus. Okay. So everything from Canva graphics, templates, designs, postcards, direct mail. So it's going to have everything around marketing. If you want to jump into Canva, you'll click on the link in the center that says log into Canva. And then if you haven't logged in for the first time, you will see this page. Permission settings, acknowledging that you're going into Canva and the provided materials are customizable templates. Um, but make sure if you have any questions about compliance, reach out to Janine, our designated broker. She'll be able to look over, especially your first marketing materials. When joining the office, you have a bunch of different paperwork to go through. And one thing a lot of people miss or maybe ask for later down the road is what are the advertisement policies? So you could check that document. There is a one pager that covers a little bit about what is required for all of the marketing materials. So I just want to give you that quick note. Each market or each office is independently owned and operated is a fine print statement that should be on every piece of marketing material, flyer, business cards. So think about that. Also on your signature line, that would be great to have. Each office is independently owned and operated. Prior to recent years, 30% Keller Red was a huge deal in marketing materials. So having at least that 30% of red on your flyers and marketing materials will be like a big yes. But now I think the rule is a little bit flexible, and you can see that based on the templates here. So this is the best way to go about creating material and trying to stay within those guidelines. We have preset material here in our specific KW command because, and I'm noticing that while the page is loading, it's glitching a lot. So let me know if you need me to repeat anything, because this is where we start to get a little bit more on the technical side. I'll invite Stacy on. Sada, you can join if you want to pitch in any tips or ideas if you've used it before. I want this to be as interactive as possible. We can share all of our details, ask our questions. So templates will be where I would start with building anything, a flyer, presentation, a guide, resume, business card, all of the above, signature line, and that is a graphic download. Everything that you can download here could be a video, could be a picture. So think about the end goal from the moment you start building. The designs are going to be laid out by what you've started to things that is recommended. Um, and there are a bunch of different things to go over here. So again, with our goal, let's create one flyer, maybe an open house flyer to keep it pretty simple. So there's templates. Templates searches Canva and all of the different templates out there. brand, going into brand narrows it down to be a lot more specific for what we need for our offices for real estate. So you'll see in core brand kit, it's um, we have a set of different assets. So we have our core brand kit, KW luxury, and KW commercial. And as I'm changing, it opens up a lot of different assets, templates, logos. Logos is the big thing and big deal for the luxury templates. That's where you could find your luxury logos, color palette, if you want to create something more along the lines of KW luxury branding. KW commercial, the big benefit of having everything already built out here is you have access to all of these for people who are licensed in commercial. All of the assets are here for you. I'm going to go into core brand kit because that's really where everything is. Our main logos, our colors, fonts that we can use to create any marketing material. Now, if you have a specific, and then going back to all brand templates, I can see the different flyers that are already created for you. Compliant has a little bit of red, different styles, and of all different kinds of templates. So we have a letterhead template, social media graphic template. Easy to go here and just search open house to find exactly what you need. But if you wanted to explore what is available, to let your creativity, let your creative mind flow. You can search just about anything. So we have a few options for branded open house flyers, and you can't go wrong with any of these. Really, these are awesome. They're preset. So at this point, we can all get a little bit more personalized with our marketing material. The only thing I would say from a branding perspective is pick one and use that over and over again until you feel that you may need a refresh, which 6 months down the road or a year down the road, I would consider a brand refresh or a color scheme change. I wouldn't want to do so many different things because people like to see something they're familiar with. You want people to remember your brand as a whole and with the same font, same style. So, as much as possible, keep it within the same style. So, what I mean by same style is clean, open grids like this would go well together on social media. It looks cohesive to one brand, a lot of white with these two down here. With the darker templates, if I want to do a more darker template, I'd probably choose these three. And so there's some sort of cohesiveness with the brand color style. Okay, now we just have to pick one to start. Once I click into any template, and I think this is as far as I want to go with the tutorial, is where to find what to do with template itself, and then the tips on how to maneuver in a template that you're working on. Everything else is you want to learn as you go. There also is a university on Canva that you can explore for just about anything. Tutorials on anything. So use this brand template. I would start here. And now in the editor portal, the editing portal, we can use, sorry, we can use just about anything. So in the middle is your template. This is what we're editing, and it changes in real time. On the left-hand side, once I start clicking on these buttons, it'll open up different assets that we can utilize. Give me just sorry. So just to continue, on the left-hand side, we have all of our different tools, starting with more templates, elements, where we can grab anything from a graphic a photo, maybe frame to add more photos. Maybe we want to add music and turn it into a MP3 file, which is something you can post as a video. That's where you'll decide here. So we could turn this into just about anything, but for the sake of the training, I'm going to just play around with all different tools.
Can I give a tip or anything like
Yes.
that?
Yes.
So you can download the Market Center logos from the BKCO Hub. It's a really great idea that you download all of those and then upload them as a folder into Canva. So it's really easy for you to find it later when you're doing all of your designs. Additionally, if you have like the pictures for like the house that you're listing or like you're doing the open house for, if you upload them into Canva as a folder, then it really helps to organize everything so you're not like digging through a whole bunch of pictures all at once. So it's not necessarily through the personal brand kit is the way that I've done it.
Oh,
I'm
just
happy to
upload it.
yeah, I'm happy to share my screen and just kind of show you how I did it. But
Yes. Let me do you have it open already?
I do.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, I am happy to just show you it. So let me go ahead
Yes.
and share my screen. Um, so can you see everything?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So if you wanted to like upload, you can do it at the top over here, or you can
Hmm.
do it at create and upload. You can upload an entire folder of PNGs or JPEGs, and then it saves it into one section. So for example, I did official logos and I just dragged it there, and then it made a folder of the logos from the BKCO Hub. So if you go to the BKCO Hub, and you can't log in to the BKCO Hub if you're logged into your kw.com account as your Google like browser, for whatever reason, I don't know. But um, it's a good idea to go to the marketing tab and then find your Market Center logos. It's just a Google Drive, and then you can download all of them into a folder just so that you don't have to go back and forth to get everything every single time. Um, and then you have your office specific logo. When you are
One
done,
second.
mhm,
Sorry, want to go back onto that one BKCO hub. So if you
yes,
scroll up just a little bit, because there are the advertisement guidelines right there. The way
yes,
they've organized it is so awesome.
mhm, yeah. And if
Okay.
you don't know, and you're like, I don't know if I'm being compliant or not, ask your designated broker or ask Janine. It's better that they kind of check it before something happens than have to like go back and like, if anything. Um, anyways, after you have your like logos all saved into Canva, whenever you do end up making a design, like we'll just create something really fast just so I can show you where to find it. Um, if you go to the upload section of Canva and then you go to folders, then all of your everything that you need is right there. So you can upload the logos there, keep them there, and then if you are doing like specific like different houses or like different like properties, you can also put them in folders instead of individually uploading each file, and that helps with organization too. But yeah, that's all I had to add in.
I love that. And organization is super key here, especially when you have multiple listings going on. And if you want to make sure that you're writing the specific address, which we all should in our posts of what listing is what,
Mhm.
that is also a big compliance rule that is new. And I would definitely advise on adding a folder.
Okay.
I love it. Okay. So as mentioned, if anybody has anything to add or want to, as well as ASCs, we have a couple of ASCs here on the chat today. So I'm so excited. If you guys want to share something, please, let's just all jump in with our ideas. On that note of creating a different template, um, the brand colors, the fonts, unique to you, we have the option to utilize the current branding of KW, but if you wanted to create your own brand, font styles, logo, anything like that, you can come here and add it in, which was where I was going to add something, but Stacy had a great idea of just adding one specific folder. I love that because then that you only have one option. And that's why I'm hesitant to use this is because I can't undo it. And if I do, then I'll have to figure out how to redo every single time. So let's what should we play with next? Drop in the chat what you guys are super interested in. I may be teaching this at a more simple level than most people are expecting. But click, double click to highlight, move things around. You can change, edit text, but be aware that there's this bar that comes up. When I first started using Canva, I was lost of where my tools were. So left hand side, you have your elements, quick text to add a text box. But you also have the option to edit what is already here, and which is what we're doing today. If I double click, another box opens up with details on how to change that specific text, color, font, and more. Alignment effects also adds in a little bit of a different style that you can layer on. And then photos. I'm going to check the chat really quick. Something that had done, Stacy, come off of mute if you
Okay.
really want to.
Something that I've
Yeah.
done, like as well, like when I want to make sure that a bunch of the like designs are like consistent, is that like when you have so many of them, it's hard to or like kind of cumbersome to like click into every single one and check which font you used. So if you have like a specific template or like ones that you like, writing it down like on a Google Doc, just like this is the font type that I like, or this is the template style that I really like that I found, or this is the keyword that I typed in to find it. It's a lot easier to just like take notes of that and then use it in the next ones instead of trying to like find it every single time or like having to click back and forth to find the exact same font that you had liked on one open house flyer that you made. It like, of course, like your notes can get a little bit like busy at times when that happens, but especially if you're trying to build like a consistent brand like look, it's a good idea to write down those kinds of notes of like I used this specific color and I want to make sure that I'm using the same colors throughout like all of my open house signs or something like that.
Important for branding. And also, it's one less decision that you have to make. Which I
Yeah.
think that it gets a little bit difficult when we think about, oh, we have to create a flyer. It's often the the next thought is, oh, now I have to find it. So on the thought of saving things in a specific place or document, you can move the flyer that you're creating into a folder. You could create the folder too, similar to how Stacy utilized the folder to have and store logos. You could store your templates. I'll look for them all the time.
And if you were to like just kind of write it down instead of like saving it to a folder, which is a great idea to save it to a folder. When you go to like the templates tab on the like on the left side where you chose it, there's like three little dots above the like picture. So like for example, yeah, there. And then you can see who made the templates. So like if you want to look at more things by that same like designer, it's like view more by and then ISR Studio, like that. Or like
Yes.
white and trendy thing. It's like underneath the title of yeah. So you can like click
Oh, right
that
here.
and then you can see other things that are made by the same like template designer, and you can
Right.
save it and choose and kind of like work off of that if you're still kind of getting used to like making it your own.
And here's another thing that about kind of blending in other different templates together that I've learned over the past few years of using this is when I want to make something more custom to me and I'm choosing between a few different templates, I'll just add them to a new page and pull from that, pull elements from this specific page to bring in more ideas or make a creative spin on what I want to do. And yeah, that's one of my favorite hacks. Thoughts on these? Thoughts on the info we're sharing? Okay. Finishing off with exploring the different tools, I think those are new buttons, Stacey. I've never seen this before where you can apply colors only. Like, for example, here, apply elements, apply
Pretty new as well.
colors. That's
That's really
pretty
cool
new.
though. That's really cool. Something that you could also do, I think, I don't know if we have it via this Canva Pro, but you can copy the style of something um
Mhm.
to other like aspects of like graphics, but I'm not sure if it's something that's only if you have like the really pro account or not. Um, but if you did have it, like for like example, like if you're like looking through the elements and you're adding in graphics for certain things, you can like apply the style.
Colors to page or something.
Yeah, so
Yeah, it's not here.
I think it's only through graphics. So basically, like if you have like certain like things that you wanted to do, like you're trying to make it really cute and you want all of your graphics to be like a watercolor style or something, and you really like it, you can have it's kind of like an AI thing, I think. Um,
Gotcha.
and you just copy the style to a new thing, and then it changes the picture a little bit. But that's kind of something that's a little bit more, you have to fiddle around with it to figure it out. But
Yeah, like and also think about really what your goal is because we can all come here and create tens and hundreds of templates, but are they all going to be used? Like we have to be honest with ourselves. We have to create that one style and try to figure that out. Create that one template, and if you can't set a timer and work on a Pomodoro schedule where you have like a 45-minute work and 15-minute rest, that is super helpful, especially if you get into that creative block. Because when I see all of these templates, I think I want to use them all. And I think they're so cute that I get a little bit in my head about things and then end up not being super satisfied. But with the goal of using different templates, Stacey, you brought up a really great point that there are so many different tools to explore here in apps, which brings me to my next point where we can all utilize this exclusive access for accessing the NWMLS. So you can see, so that's the big takeaway from this. Um, for me, in my opinion, is the KW access to the NWMLS. Aside from all the fun tools that are here, which you have AI generation, image, audio. If you wanted to create anything, a little commercial with fun clips, just make sure that we're either saying that we're using AI to create these assets or we're saying which listing we are grabbing photos from because that's a big deal. We can't just share any house, especially when it comes to AI too these days. We want to be very careful about making sure to mention that it's being used by AI. Anyway, so to find real photos of specific listings that we need for our open house, because we know what we're making today is an open house flyer, I would go into the KW app, which is searchable right here in apps, or we can download the photos. We can definitely just download the photos directly from the NWMLS. But since we're here, an unexpected error has happened. So if this wasn't the case, we would have access to a list of homes in the NWMLS. Seems to be an error here. I don't need Keller Home Loan, so I'm not gonna click
Mine
on that.
isn't popping up with an error, so I could show
Thank
my
you. Can you
screen.
share?
Yeah, I
Okay.
don't have anything on the MLS, but I'm happy to just kind of click through the buttons if it would make it easier. Um,
Yes, just share the part where you can
yeah,
search for a home and add in the photos and description.
yeah. So
Please and
KW,
thank you.
and then you will need to connect it. And I have it as another tab that's like opening up, I think, somewhere. Um, like, do you want it to access your KW account, the app description? I believe that this is the Canva and KW listing profile app, so I would hit agree. And then you can find your the listings and stuff. I don't have any listings. I'm not an agent. Um, but like you can search it by like MLS number or something too. All listings.
Yes, toggle on all listings.
Yeah. If there's a specific address you'd like me to look at instead, like as an example, let me know. But if not, I'm just gonna search through the billions of
Do,
listings.
do your zip code.
My zip code.
Or yeah, I go into address and just search office zip code.
Yeah. Okay, office zip code is this. So this is, hey, look, it's the MLS office.
Oh.
Ooh. Anyways, we can just choose any,
Anyways,
yes.
yeah,
Uh, yeah, there should be. I clicked on it and then the details of everything is here. Is there anything specific that you want me to do with this?
ooh, could you pull a photo in and a description and replace the text and photo in frame?
Yep. Just gonna,
Easy. Drag and drop.
yep, drag and drop. There it is. Um, and then details, I think that you could probably just click it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Can you drag and drop on the text box?
Yes.
Boom. Oh,
There.
beautiful. Yeah.
You can drag and drop onto there too. Cool.
Awesome.
Yeah. Okay.
Any questions? Sounds like we'll all be creating a ton of flyers this weekend.
Yes. All of us.
All of us.
All of us.
There is no excuse. And what's really fun about this is these are just the basics of creating anything from postcards. And I'll give you a couple of other ideas of what we could do with these flyers. Postcards, you could create it into a video, you can download it, many different guides. I want you to find your 5 templates, save them, and try to utilize them a few times per month. What can we create out of this? Can I create a testimonial? Can I create a video out of one of our templates or a collage of our houses that we have out there? So that's another way to repurpose the existing content that we have. We don't have to just rely on the open house to create or talk about the houses that we want our clients to see. Definitely, if you want to partner up with other listing agents to showcase their homes that are out there, ask them if you can go and visit and talk about the listing. Previewing homes is also a part of our jobs, not just open house, showing our homes to the clients that are already there. We can create a way to leverage all of the resources by creating more, right? Finding new ways to reach your clients, creating recipe cards. That's coming back. It was pretty popular back when magazines and custom magazines were a big hit. uh, Times have changed. People want to see the fancy video. They want to see the your opinion and your take on a home. So, how can we utilize Canva for free? We have this, it's available for you. If it wasn't paid for, it would probably be 12 or $14 per month. So, this is a huge save just to have access to all of these different tools, AI Suite as well. I'm going to share my screen just another time to see if I can cover everything or cover anything. This is still not working for me. Mm, Let's see, Stacy, did I miss anything? Did we pretty much cover Jesse? Did it did any of these tips spark any ideas for you?
Well, I figured out how to add the logo. It was,
Nice.
I was struggling because on the template I like the big cover picture like of the house of the property, always wanted to grab the logo. So it was really hard to get it in
If
the
you
right
hold
spot.
down control while you drag around a picture, it doesn't hop into any of the formatting.
Oh, hit control.
Yeah, so if you hold down
Okay.
control when you're here, I'm happy to, unless JC, you wanna just kind of show, I'm happy to just show me moving around the picture. Um,
Mm-hmm.
okay,
Mm-hmm.
so like, if I have, let's see, I'm gonna just delete that, right? And if I have this, it wants to grab onto it anywhere it goes, right? If
Yeah.
you like press control,
Mm-hmm.
when you are putting it down, it doesn't grab onto anything, so you
Oh,
can move it wherever you want. And that's like
oh,
that's something that I learned by trial, error, and maybe mistake and accident. But yeah, so that's something that is super duper helpful, especially if you're trying to like format things and it's like I really want to jump into every single thing that's not what it is. Yeah, hold down
yeah.
the control button and then you can kind of put it wherever you want.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, of course.
Do you have an image that you can drop? Okay, I think I want to drop an image in the uploads just to show how everything is easy to use. Because if you were to bring a PDF, you could immediately drop it into your uploads. Here, I'll share my screen. I don't know if I have a photo on my desktop. I do. Okay.
Also, if
Sharing
you have a
screen.
PDF and you can't just upload it or you upload it and then Canva changes the formatting, you can save the PDF as a PNG instead. You can convert it over and then you'd be able to drop it in as an image. Is something that's also kind of nice.
And it'll be editable, right?
Yeah, so, well, if you drop in something like a document as a PDF, sometimes it's like it'll change the formatting of things. But if you save, like, for example, the Scott Loring marketing calendar, is always a PDF, but we want to put it like in our newsletters. I change it to a PNG, through like I love PDF. And then I can drop it in like and kind of adjust everything as if it was just a picture. So if you have something that's saved only as a PDF, like a lot of people send files of like pictures and things as PDFs and not as PNGs, like via email, right? Um, if you save it as a PNG or convert it over, then you would be able to use it a lot easier in Canva, since Canva is mostly a picture or video based like system.
Mhm. It's very true. And it gets a little bit difficult to um, create again. And so, even if you have something, I want to show how easy it is to bring in a file from my desktop as I'm dropping it. It doesn't matter where I place it, it's already uploading into my resource or my uploads folder, which has literally everything I've ever dropped into Canva. So now I drag and drop. It's here. This is saved as a PNG or a screenshot. What is it? Is it a PNG?
Probably a PNG or a JPEG if it's dropping in like that.
Clicking on the details to the right, you can see what it is, and it's taking reference from the how. the file is named on my desktop PNG. So I'll need to convert this into a PNG to edit it, or sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, because that's actually a screenshot. Was not the actual file. So sometimes it won't really be as flexible, but definitely if you wanted to upload a design, here is a design that we have uploaded as a PDF. This is the PDF. I'm going to drag and drop this into, not created in my Canva account. It was created by someone else. If I drag and drop that in here, should load. Oh, yep, there you go. Now I have the ability to edit that document itself. Even if I didn't create it, it was uploaded there a while back. I don't know if it has when, 6 months ago. And that is the actual seller checklist that we have available on BKC Hub. Makes it easy when you don't think of when you don't have to think of recreating all of this stuff, because look at all of these words. And now I'm selecting just one page or all of them to add to here, to edit, adapting all of the same fonts. Hello. All of the same characteristics of the original document. Fun stuff. Looking forward to seeing all of your designs. The next class, Stacy, remind me which one is our next class. Because I did move things around because I wanted to make
What's new
sure
in Command is the one for August.
that's our next class.
That's
I thought that was today.
yeah, and then the 27th is the creating a custom listing presentation with Gamma.
Mm,
That's what the graphic says. So I went off the
mm-hmm.
graphic.
No, yeah, that's what it says. That's what I do. Even though I created it partially. Alrighty. Well, thank you guys so much for being here. I hope this is helpful.
Thank you,
I'll see
JC.
you guys
All
next
right.
week.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.